I think we can all agree that tanks are pretty much necessary when you're playing playing Germany or the Soviet Union. This is because they can encircle, overrun, break through, and outflank divisions. And yeah, that's why they're really, really important. And I'll be teaching you all about them. So we're going to be going over mainly two things and some things within those things. So we're gonna be going over our actual tank design. So we're gonna be focusing on components, and we're going to cover reliability. And we're going to also focus on our actual template, which stats you should prefer, and what width is optimal, what support companies you should add, and more. So without further ado, let's get right into the first design. So right away, let's look at our first design, which is going to be our light tank. Now, I don't really use light tanks that often, but I figured I might cover them. Also, this uses the advanced, but it's pretty easy to get. You should be able to get this. So we have the light 3-man turret, slap on the cast gun, because it is a pretty good gun. Because it gives you some soft attack, hard attack, and some piercing for relatively low production cost. We're going to add an advanced radio for some more defense and breakthrough. We're going to add wet ammo storage for more reliability, always good. And we're going to add a heavy machine gun for more soft attack and easy maintenance for even more reliability. We're going to add Christie suspension, welded armor, and the gas turbine. And the reason we want all this reliability is so that we can actually crank the engine all the way up to 20 without sacrificing too much reliability, so that we can get as much speed as possible. Now, anyways, yeah, again, I don't use light tanks, but if you want, this is a pretty optimal design. And let's move on. Anyways, let's move on to our medium tank. Now, I fucking love medium tanks because they're obviously just the best. And yeah, they're a perfect mix of lights and mediums, which is fine. So we're going to add the 3-man turret, the medium one, slap on the improved medium howitzer. If you're using an earlier chassis, I actually recommend you go for a cast gun instead of the howitzer, because the howitzer actually subtracts 20 reliability, while the cast gun only subtracts 10. And reliability is important for improving speed. So yeah, and we're gonna again put the best radio, put wet ammo storage, and we're also going to put 2 heavy machine guns on it. We're going to add Christie suspension, welded armor, and just a normal engine, because we want the speed to be high, but it doesn't have to be that high. And we have to, of course, focus on soft attack. And let's move on to our heavy tank. So let's go right into our heavy tank design. Now, I don't use heavy tanks, but I'm just going to cover it. Just because we're adding the 3-man turret, we're adding the heavy howitzer, but it subtracts 30 reliability, which is a lot. And we're adding the, just like again, I recommend you go for not a cast gun, but like pick one of the medium ones if you're using an earlier chassis, but just don't use heavy tanks altogether. Anyways, add a radio, we're adding the wet ammo storage, we're adding a small cannon for some more hard attack. We're also going to add the heavy machine gun. We're going to add Christie suspension, welded armor, and the gasoline engine. Since speed doesn't really matter, we're going to upgrade our armor a bit more to get some more breakthrough and armor, and we're also going to upgrade our engine. Now let's move on to the most useless thing ever. Alright, anyways, let's move on to the most useless thing ever, just like I said in the heavy tank part. So, the super heavy tank. I don't know why in the hell you would use this. I don't even know. So we're gonna add the 4-man turret. We're going to actually add the improved heavy cannon, because I think this is a heavy, this is a heavy module. And add a radio with ammo storage. We're adding additional machine guns for some more soft attack, and we're adding the heavy machine gun. For this, we're actually going to add a torsion bar, because speed, there is no point in trying to make the super heavy tank fast. I mean, you wanted to get it to at least 5, but you don't need like 6. So, and you need to upgrade the engine at least once, the armor at least once. So a torsion bar will work for more reliability. Add welded armor, gasoline engine, and we're upgrading the engine a bit and the armor a teeny tiny 10 bit. And just don't ever use this, because look at this, look at the reliability, look at the speed. But look at our armor though, but this is so expensive, it's just a drain on your resources. Like 80, 83 IC, like, man, that's actually kind of crazy. So, let's move on to my personal favorite. I actually said the medium tank was my favorite, but this is actually my personal favorite. This is the best thing that was ever made in the fucking game. Ooh, flame tanks. Yeah, let's go. Okay, let's go to our first flame tank design. So, if you look at this, actually no, let's cover this first. So, flame tanks, look at the bonuses at the bottom. It gives you like movement, and it just gives you attack, which with a lot of soft attack on your divisions can add up a lot. This is actually really, really good. And so basically, this flame tank is just extremely cheap, and we want the flame tank to match the speed of our trucks, we want the flame tanks to be as fast as possible to match not only our trucks and motorized, but also our support. Actually, we don't even have recon in it, just match the trucks. If you do have recon, try to match the support equipment. Try to match your speed with your support recon speed. So anyways, this is literally the cheapest one you could possibly make. I mean, not possibly. We do want to add the doser blade for more entrenchment. Add the cheapest gun you can, the cheapest flamethrower you can, and add gas turbines to just make the engine like extremely, like just crank it up a lot. You want to make it as fast as possible. Reliability literally doesn't matter on flame tanks. I forgot to cover this earlier. Usually you don't want to go below 80% reliability, because basically reliability, it's the lower your reliability is, the more units you lose while you're attritioning. So like, and tanks eat up a lot of supply, so you will lose your stockpile if your reliability is too low. Just reliability doesn't matter on flame tanks, because attritioning is capped at 40% for some reason. So yeah, you could just do whatever you want. We're only making this for the buffs. Like, and an actual good flame tank will look like this. So 3-man turret, best flamethrower, best radio, we're adding armor skirts, stabilizer, and extra ammo storage for more breakthrough. We're adding increased suspension, welded armor, gas turbine. We're gonna upgrade the armors. We want it to be 10 kilometers an hour, 10 kmh. So the engine could be 20, armor 19. But just look at this. Let's just go into here. Look at this thing. It grants you 114 breakthrough when you put them in your divisions. You could just battle plan everything. This thing will just melt through literally everything. This will melt through literally everything. I'm not even kidding. So that's why we want that breakthrough to be high. And now let's move on. Now let's move on to some things that you probably won't use in single player, but they are really, really useful in multiplayer. So we're starting off with the tank destroyer. So this is basically a tank that could fight other tanks, so we want our heart attack to be high. So let me just explain something to you. Every division has a certain level of hardness. Tanks will have more hardness than infantry, of course. Soft attack, basically, like, for example, if you have like, I think it's 60, let me show you real quick. Let's go to our 40 width, and as you can see, our hardness is, for example, if your hardness is 60%, you will only take 40% damage from soft attack, the rest you'll take from hard attack. So yeah, let's just go into our tank destroyer. So we want our hard attack to be high. For that, we're adding the 3-man turrets, and this is a heavy tank destroyer. You want to make it heavy. We're adding the high velocity cannon because it gives us the most hard attack. Add the advanced radio, with ammo storage. We're adding the squeeze bore adapter for more piercing, and we're also adding the small cannon for more heart attack. Add interleave road wheels, welded armor, gasoline engine. Want the engine to be high and armor to like also be high. Okay, I would like recommend you to make the armor a bit higher, sacrifice some speed. Maybe like this will be better. Like maybe something like this. But like that design is perfectly fine. So let's move on to our self-propelled artillery. So I don't know why you would use this. It gives you more soft attack, I guess. 3-man turret, improved medium howitzer, advanced radio. We're adding heavy machine gun, and additional machine guns. We're adding the crazy suspension, welded armor, and the gas turbine for more speed. We want this to be quite high. Actually, I don't even know why I added the gas turbine to that. This is basically like self-propelled artillery, which is just better artillery, I guess. Yeah, that's the easiest way I can explain it. And we want to use mediums for this. Is probably the best one. Now let's move on to probably my second favorite. Alright guys, time for heavy self-propelled anti-air. Yay! 46 air attack, that's all I need you to hear. We want it to be fast and reliable. So 3-man turret, we're adding the advanced anti-air gun, we're adding the radio. Okay, the reason we're adding this is because it gives us 46 air attack, which is actually crazy. We're adding easy maintenance, because we want to make a lot of these, so the production cost has to be low. We're adding 2 heavy machine guns. We're adding crazy suspension, welded armor, and a gas turbine, because this thing needs to be fast. I absolutely love to put this thing in my divisions, because it's just like better AA that's actually a unit, not just a support company. And in total you can actually get like almost 100 air attack, which means that you can counterattack in red air. You could even put this in like your 40 width divisions, which is something we'll cover later. So, and let's see what we have next, because I actually forgot. And ooh, yeah, let's move on to that one. Let's move on to the ratte, the land cruiser, I guess. Look at this, 300 soft attack, almost 200 breakthrough. That's actually amazing. The speed is low, but we can get high speed by actually cranking up the engine. Reliability isn't too bad. So riding the... Also, I don't know much about the land cruiser, so if I'm wrong about anything, if I'm wrong about the components, just leave in comments. We're adding the super heavy railway gun, hull mounted railway gun, rocket launchers, assault gun, another rocket launcher, and we're also going to add the high velocity cannon turret for some heart attack, because it was kind of lacking in that. We're also going to add the advanced radio, wet ammo storage, and armor skirts. And we had to crank the engine up to 5 because you can't make it below 4 kmh. So yeah. Also, wait until you see the templates we have for these things. It's actually amazing. And we're actually moving on to our templates. As for our templates, we actually have quite a lot to show you. So we made 5 in total. So let's start off with the most common one that people use, the 30 width Panzer division, the other 30 width tank division. Anyways, you could use any type of tank. It doesn't have to be mediums. I'm just using mediums. You can do this with lights or with heavies. It's fine. So anyways, what you want, okay, you're not going to have 600 soft attack. You're gonna have like 350. You're gonna have like 350. And yeah, your org is gonna be shit, but like if you swap out one of the heavy machine guns for sloped armor, it won't be too bad. So anyways, we just want, it's 30 combat width, it's pretty good, and yeah, reliability is good, our supply use is pretty good, gives us some org, 43 org is pretty good, it's really fast, and it has a lot of soft attack and air attack. So it's just 8 tanks, and we have 6 trucks actually, and another tank over here, I guess. The reason we want trucks is because tanks don't have a lot of org, and the reason we're using trucks is to actually provide org. And for our support companies, we're going to use motorized recon for the movements. It's pretty useful. We're basically when you get the special project military engineering vehicles, you want to replace your engineers with this thing, because this thing is actually pretty good. Actually really good, in fact. If you upgrade it enough, it's really good. You want to add support artillery, although you could also swap this out for super heavy, but I don't recommend it. You also want to add support AA so that you can actually fight in red air, and that's why we have the air attack, and logistics company, because this thing actually does eat up quite a lot of supply. And let's move on to our late game design, which is our 40 width Panzer division. This is the first design. We have actually two 40 widths that I like to use. Here we go. So anyways, again, you can use this with any tank. Org is slightly lower. We have 860 soft attack, which is crazy, and the HP is good, but we are a little slower. And our breakthrough, look at our breakthrough. Just look at it, bro. Look at our breakthrough. Anyways, we have so many medium tanks. We have 13 medium tanks in total, which can provide a shit ton of soft attack. And we're actually going to use a mix of motorized and mechanized. Mechanized provides more hardness, and yeah, it provides more hard attack in general. Provides more HP. Yeah, provides more HP. But all mechanized is pretty expensive, so we just want to do like a perfect split down the middle, which also works. Just like always, assault engineer company, you want to add self-propelled super heavy artillery, because this is meant to do a lot of damage. And we're going to add support anti-air. We're actually going to add flame tanks, which is why we have so much breakthrough. And look at these boat buffs. Like, it's actually crazy. And we're adding logistics companies again. Time for our land cruiser. Now, this is crazy. So look at this. You know what the land cruiser is already. Okay, 300 soft attack and 200 breakthrough. Okay, so you might have seen the bonuses at the bottom, but for the stats of the land cruiser, that actually means nothing. Like, it actually means nothing. So this is what I would like to use for my land cruiser division. This isn't the insane one, but this is like pretty good. This is just the basic one. You could do 2 width heavy artillery. You could do 2 width land cruiser and it would still be good. But this is something that I would like to use. So anyways, we're gonna have 12 infantry and just 5 motorized artillery for some more soft attack. Engineers, self-propelled super heavy artillery, land cruiser, some more support artillery, and AA. And now, this is actually gonna blow your mind. Look at the soft attack on this thing. Look. Oh shoot. Okay, I actually forgot to cover the second 40 width division. So this is another one that I like to use. The air attack is a lot higher. The breakthrough is slightly lower, but the soft attack is pretty good. It also gives us a bit more org and HP. So this is also viable. Basically 10 medium tanks, 2 heavy self-propelled AA, which grants a ton of air attack, and then the same thing, but actually 1 more mechanized. So we're gonna add these support companies to it, same as last time. Yeah, and we're gonna cover this. 1,140 soft attack, 805 breakthrough, which isn't as high as I wanted it to be, but still it's pretty good. We're going to add medium self-propelled artillery to this, but you can also use heavies if you want. We're also using heavy tanks for this. And we're gonna just full-on mechanized. Self-propelled super heavy artillery, land cruiser, and AA. You could also swap out one of these for flame tanks. Like, flame tanks would actually be really good on this, but you don't have to. Anyways, that is the complete guide done. Anyways, before I go, just a few things. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. It would mean a lot to me as a small channel. I'm trying to get to 50 subscribers. And if you get to 50 subscribers, I'm going to do a Communist Germany special. Like, I love playing I love communist nations in this game, and it would be an absolute delight to play communist Germany for, and to conquer as much as I can for a 50 subscriber special. Let me know if I should even live stream it. Anyways, let me know how this mic sounds. Like, please let me know how I can make it sound better, because it does sound pretty terrible. You can hear everything. You can hear all my movements, like my physical movements. You can hear my parents, like, and yeah, if you want me to get a new mic altogether, Christmas is around the corner. Maybe I can convince my parents if I get good enough scores on my exams, and my exams are close. They're pretty much like as soon as I come back from this break. So yeah, I'm not gonna really be able to make videos. So I think that's all I wanted to say. Alright, thank you guys for watching, and goodbye.